Here's a little opening up on top of this hilltop up here, and I'm going to try to get the forestry mulcher to come in and cut and create a food plot that kind of expands out into the pines that way. So I found a spot, goes along this ridge that runs down to the creek that way. It's a nice little open area, and I set a camera right here because I see some historical rubs. There's one right there, and then another one right here, and that's the road. So it runs just inside the roadbed here, between here and the bottom. So I figured it's a good spot to check and see what the movement looks like. And this property has a ton of white oaks running through the bottom, and if you can see all the caps and old pieces of leftover acorn from last fall, I mean, they're everywhere. It's loaded. So there's a lot of pines in the middle, but there's a lot of oaks, especially white oaks along the perimeter, and then that run through the center of the property. Here's another area that I'm gonna expand on, turn this into a much bigger food plot. And I don't know if you can see it, there's some taller pines right back there. I'm gonna extend the plot pretty much to those pines and put a stand, be able to hunt a northwest type of wind. So they'll be upwind of me, and I'll be sitting back in that tree line back there. So this is a good sign. This little opening right here, it leads right up to what's going to be a food plot. I started walking in, it looks like the deer are traveling it pretty regular, and I'm heading down to this central kind of thermal hub down here that I wanted to put a camera. So that's a good start to seeing what's moving around in here. I'm hoping bucks will come in the fall and use this area to scent check the property, you know, when the thermals are dropping. So I'm gonna hang a camera somewhere in this vicinity. This is the south road that cuts through the middle that I'm gonna try to seed with clover this fall, and hopefully get a nice long linear plot, lead them right up here to this first opening on the southern side that I'm gonna turn into an actual food plot. And I might plant, there's a little shooting range, and then I'm gonna end up planting this little area as a plot. Get rid of those two little, I don't know what those are, but, and then I'm gonna set up on that side, just inside the tree line there. My access will be coming in right along the road as it makes a turn. I'm gonna hopefully get a new road cut in, and then put a stand somewhere in there, and I'll be downwind of this plot.